All right, we're going to be talking about plotting points and making tables today. So let's just talk about on a graph, we have the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay, so the x-axis is always the one going horizontally, and the y-axis is the one going vertically, up and down. So when we look at coordinate points, okay, these are all coordinate points, points on a graph. Those are telling us where to put our dot on the x and y axis. Okay, a coordinate point goes alphabetically, so the x value comes first and then the y value. So in all of these points, the 0 is the x value and also the y value. The -5 is the x value and the y value is the 10. And so on, okay? So we are going to plot these points on the graph. So point A, 0, 0, that is going to be right here when x is 0 and y is 0. We call this the origin, okay, origin of the graph, because it's like where everything originates, right? It's the center, it's the origin. All right, then, oh, and we're supposed to label it. This is point A. All right, point B, -5, 10. So we are going to go find -5 on the horizontal, on the x-axis, and 10 on the y-axis, okay? So -5 is over here, and 10 is up here. So we're going to connect these two, right, where they would connect. So -5, 10, that is right there, okay? That is point B. So even though it's two numbers, it's still only 1 point, okay? Moving on to C. This is our x value, our y value. So we're going to go find 10 on the x, 15 on the y. Okay, 10 on the x, it's right here. And then we're going to go up 15 on the y. So that's right here. This is point C. Okay, 8, -12, or I'm sorry, -8, -12 for D, so we're going to go over to -8, and then -12 is going to be down here. Oops, it's -11. There we go, that is point D. 7, -14. So 7, and then -14. All the way down here. Okay, that's point E. And finally, one more, point F, 15, -4. 15's all the way over here, and then -4. So that is plotting points. That's getting them on the graph. So then we're going to eventually be plotting equations, okay? That's something that's going to be a line. So we're going to use the following equation. We've got two different ones here, and we're going to make a table of values. So we've got our x values and our y values, okay? And then we'll use those to make a line. Well, okay, how do we even start this? We're given that we have an x value of -2, okay? This is just like evaluating that we had done before. If I had given you this equation and I'd asked for what it is when x equals -2, what would you do here? Well, you would know that you're supposed to plug in -2 for x. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Y equals 4 times -2 instead of 4 times x. And that will get us -8. So that's what we can put here in our table of values, because when x is 2, y is -8. And then we can go plot that on the graph, -2, -8. Let's go find it. -2, -8. Okay? All right, and then we're going to keep doing this with every table of values that we have. And then we have x equals -1. So we're going to plug in -1 for x. Okay, so 4 times negative 1, y equals. That's just going to get us negative 4, okay? Negative 4. Next one, we're plugging in 0, so y equals 4 times 0. That just gets us 0. Plugging in 1, y equals 4 times 1, just 4. And then finally, y equals 4 times 2, which is 8. All right, so then we're going to finish plotting these points. So we are plotting the points. We already plotted 2, negative 8. Then we're going to plot the point 1, negative 4, 0, 0, 1, 4, and 2, 8. Right, so we're plotting all these points. Negative 1, negative 4, 0, 0, 1, 4, and 2, 8. Let's go plot those. Okay, negative 1, negative 4, 0, 0, 1, 4, and 2, 8. All right, if you plotted your points correctly, they should line up to make a nice straight line. So here is our nice straight line, and I'm going to write the equation that goes with it. This was y equals 4x. So this is the line y equals 4x. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do this one. This is a little bit more involved, okay? But we're still doing the same thing. We are plugging in whatever value for x we have on the table to see what we get for y. So we're going to plug in negative 2 first. So we're going to have y equals negative 2 times negative 2 plus 3. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. So this becomes y equals 4 plus 3, and that is 7. So y equals 7. Okay, I'm going to do this in a different color because it's a different line. Here we go. Oh, it's an interesting green. Okay, we're going to do this with every single value. So I'm going to plug in negative 1, negative 1. That's going to get me positive 2 plus 3, which is 5. Okay, plugging in 0. Anything times 0 gets me 0. So that's going to be 0 plus 3, which is 3. Plugging in 1. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2, plus 3 is negative 1. Then finally plugging in 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4, plus 3 is negative 1. Oh, I did something wrong here. Let's see. When I plugged in 1, that gets me negative 2 plus 3, which is positive 1. There we go, positive 1. Okay. All right, now I'm going to plot these points. I'm plotting the point negative 2, 7, 1, 5, or negative 1, 5, 0, 3, 1, 1, and 2, negative 1. Okay, so negative 2, 7, and then negative 1, 5, 0, 3, and you'll know you're doing these correctly if it's starting to make a straight line. And there we go. Okay. And that was the equation y equals negative 2x plus